Hey guys, Tim Walling here with SE Legal Carrier. We train people to get a CWP in the state of South Carolina. If you need a CWP, please look us up online at selegalcarrier.com. This is the EAA Witness Tangfolio 10mm. Super nice gun. I plan on taking it hunting. Let's just clear the gun. You can see there's no ammunition in the gun. The gun is safe here. Look how small the sights are on this thing. Now, probably for a person that can see well, these small 3-dot sights, they can probably pick them up pretty good. But I was having a little trouble picking them up and seeing them and centering it up. I don't like wearing my glasses at all, and I want to be accurate with my firearms, so I've been putting red dots on them. So this is what I went and picked up. A Holosun, the X2 series, and this is the, let me show you which one this is, the HS507C. Now, there are Novak sights on the rear sights on this gun. And this is where I went to. And this is what I purchased. The EGW Novak 49511 is the item number on this. And these fit a Trijicon RMR. And the Trijicon RMR cut is the same as the Holosun, so the Holosun will fit on it. This thing does come with screws, the screws that you need to install it. Fit on it. So this is what came in the box, the sight plate here. And it has the Novak sights on the back of it. We'll probably have to do a little work to it to fit them on this gun, but let's put them on this gun and then add this dot to it and see if I can become more accurate with the firearm. If I'm going to take it hunting, I want to be able to pull it out and quickly find that sight, that red dot, and use this gun. So let's go ahead, let's push these out of here and get started. First thing we need to do is we need to remove this in the back. So I found one to fit it here. Don't know what size it is, but all we're going to do is back that out. We want to get that thing loose. I don't want it to fall all the way out because I don't want to lose it, but I don't want it grabbing and dragging as we try to push these sights out here. They go in your ejection port. They usually go in this way. So we're going to push them out this direction. I used a tough piece of plastic here as a punch to push it out. Wasn't really hard to push them out at all. Some oil and grease on the back of it here. Slid right out. Now guys, we're going to put this in a little Ziploc bag and we're going to write on it what it is and what firearm it came off of so that we'll always know where to put it back if we need to. I'm going to take that oil and grease off of there. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to do it this way, but this is how I do it. I use a little bit of blue Loctite to make this thing slide into place instead of some oil, just to help secure it down. But it does make it a little tougher to get it back out. So this is not just going to fit and slide right in, okay? So it's going to take a little bit of shaping. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a file and we're going to take a little bit off this edge, take a little bit off this edge, tiny bit at a time until we can get this thing to fit on here. You can never put back material, but you can always take away a little bit more. So we got a good bit of material to remove here. So let's get started. So I'm just going to use my file and remove some of this material. I'm not going to do it over top of this gun because I don't want to get file shavings everywhere. So we filed the edges down on it here. Sorry guys, the camera didn't turn the camera back on. Filed the edges down, kept the angles on them, made sure they fit. They were a little bit snug. We pushed it in, ejection port, we pushed it in this direction, okay? Now all I did was get it started, set it down on my block, and just took my mallet, my nylon mallet, and just hammered it down into place, okay? Now, we got it sitting right up on the back edge here. I wanted it to rest there to keep it nice and secure. You can see how it kind of sits up in the air a little bit. That's going to help support it and hold it in place. It may not look the absolute best on the gun, but it will be functional and it will do what I want it to. It'll hold that red dot on so I can quickly acquire my sights and be accurate with this 10mm. Or just in case I run across anything in the woods while I'm hunting that I may need to defend myself against. So I think we need to tap it a little bit more. Now it looks like it's centered on the gun. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect. You mount your optic on here and you can adjust your optic to make up for it. But aesthetically, you want it to be in the center of the firearm. So when you put our set screw in the middle here, let's get that in place. I'm not going to put Loctite on this screw. I want to be able to take it back out if I need to. And the center one is your set screw just to hold it so you don't get any movement in it. The two outside ones are where you actually mount your optic on there. A little bit of pressure on it's all we need. We may need to use the screws that actually came with it. Let's test them out with the optic and see. So here's our optic, our Holosun. We won't need this base, so we'll leave that in there. So let's just drop a screw in the hole. There's enough room in the plate to use the screw that came with it. So those are the screws we'll use. A little bit of Loctite is all that we need. We just want to start our screw for now. Now what we'll do now that we've got it snug is we'll snug each screw up slow. So let's just add a little bit of pressure. Doesn't take a lot, about 9 pounds of pressure here is all you need. You don't want to strip your screw or break them off. And that's pretty much it. Not the most beautiful thing, I'll have to admit. You guys can see the red dot there. That's what you're looking for when you look through it. So you get the 32-inch circle, the 2-inch dot in the center. You can quickly pick it up and find it so that you can fire the pistol and be accurate with it. Now, we're going to have to do some modifications to our holster. Remember, we got the chest rig, so we're going to have to adjust that just a little bit. We're going to cut right down into here and cut some of this off so this thing will go inside that chest rig. We are going to go to the range and sight this thing in. Gotta admit, pretty ugly sitting up on top of that gun like that. It's not a beauty contest. It's an accuracy contest, right? And this is what makes me accurate today with my vision. After we get this thing set up, we're going to make our adjustments to our holster. So remember, folks, be a responsible adult. Don't push your responsibility as an adult off onto a child. Buy gun locks and gun safes. Be safe.